What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Runewords Reimagined, the show where I meticulously break down how to beat the original Fable within 15 minutes or less. Today I have 4 rune words to go ahead and go over with everybody, and just so everyone understands, I am very close to being completely finished with all the rune words. Now, some I will actually need to make new videos for because in 2.0 they will be different, which again, 13th, can't wait, very soon guys. We're 4 days away, cannot wait to play that. Also, if you happen to be a newer viewer and for some reason you came in here hoping that I would have some kind of ARPG news for you, I apologize because there has been absolutely nothing of value in the news whatsoever for like the last 2 days. The only thing I've really seen people even talking about is the fact that David Brevik said that he does not like the current state of ARPGs, and everybody's acting as if this is new information or something when it isn't. David Brevik's been talking like that for years, so I don't know why people seem to be surprised that the father of Diablo 2, David Brevik, doesn't like modern ARPGs when he's been talking about that for days and days. Go back to his old interviews, man. Like, just go and watch some of those. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So in my opinion, not newsworthy, because all he's doing is just breaking everything down and telling the truth anyways. Enough of that though, let's go ahead and jump right in here. So this first one I'm going to be going over is a rune word known as flame, not to be confused with flickering flame, although I will say that I do think flickering flame and this rune word that we're about to make will go very well together if you are playing as a fire source. So let's go ahead and put the runes in here. We need a Vex, a Ral, and a Ko. Here we go. Vex, Ral, and Ko, and here is flame. This one you can equip at level 55. I just happened to put it into an elite item, which is why it says 63 up there, but you can do this as early as level 55. It's gonna give you 8% chance to cast level 13 fissure on striking. It's gonna give you 20% chance to cast level 19 fireball when struck, level 17 holy fire aura when equipped, 18% to fire skill damage, negative 17% to enemy fire resistance, which if you've seen any of my videos, you know I freaking love that affix right there. Plus 10 to dexterity, you get 5% to maximum fire resist. You get fire resist to 30%. You also get plus 20 fire absorb and plus 5 to light radius. So yes, I'm sure you can understand now why I'm saying that this would go great with a fire source with flickering flame on that fire source as well, because you will just be stacking even more things that's going to give you the ability to inflict even more fire damage on the enemies that you are finding in the world of Sanctuary. Now, I do understand that there are other classes that can also benefit from having this, and you could just use flickering flame on a different character as well. I would still say that I do think this would be best suited for a fire sorceress, and so hear me out. Flickering flame, all right, is going to give you 4 to 8 to fire resist aura when equipped. It's going to give you plus 3 to fire skills, and it's going to give you negative 10 to 15% to enemy fire resistance. Now, we don't really need to go over the rest of the affixes on flickering flame, because the only thing I really care about and what I just told you was A, plus 3 to fire skills, and B, that negative 15 to enemy fire resistance. So let's say you get a max roll on flickering flame and you happen to roll the 17 on the enemy fire resistance for just regular flame. You are now doing negative 32 to enemy fire resistance. That's a lot. Come on, dude. I think you understand how much that, I mean, that's end game status right there. That's definitely enough to bring you into the end game just from having this rune word equipped and also putting on flickering flame. In fact, that is so good for a fire source that I would actually probably argue that I don't know many other things that would go as well together as these two specific rune words. At least not for the fire sorcerers. Not talking about all characters in general. And I mean, you know, again, you could use these on a paladin. I could see people doing that as well. That's still a substantial boost to negative fire resistance on any character, to be 100% honest. Not to mention, you're also going to get another 5% to maximum fire resist from flickering flame as well. Now you have plus 10 maximum fire resistance on your character, and if I remember correctly, you also get half freeze duration as well on that, which I always like to see on an item that has anything to do with flames. I don't know, in my mind it just makes sense because you're a fire whatever. So why would you be able to freeze as easy as everybody else, right? I know it's dumb, but I like to have that on there just because it makes sense to me for like role-playing purposes, right? And for myself, I'm actually kind of brainstorming right now what I could do with this and Flickering Flame. And there's even a couple other rune words I could probably put together, and even some uniques that I could put together to really make a freaking insane fire sorceress. I would definitely recommend maybe looking into this, because fire source is going to be way more powerful than it's ever been before in Diablo 2 Reimagined 2.0 once we finally get there. Just some food for thought. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump over to the next one. And up next, we are going to have a rune word that is known as loyalty. So for this, you're going to put this into a shield. All you need is a Vex rune and a Dole rune. Let's go ahead and pop those in. There goes our Vex. Here is our Dole. And now we have loyalty. You can equip this at level 55. And what this is going to get you is level 5 Thorns Aura when equipped. It's going to give you increased chance of blocking. It's going to give you replenished life +7. You're going to get +5 to maximum resistance on every single resistance that you have, and it's going to give you all resistances +100. Holy crap. Yeah, +100. I wish I knew about this rune word sooner, because I have had issues in Diablo 2 Reimagined where I always wish that I had more resistance, and I don't know, maybe I just overlooked this one or something, but I didn't find this until recently. I am happy I found it now, though, because this is going to end up becoming very valuable in 2.0, mark my words. Whereas before, a lot of people probably would not use this ever. Even with all those resistances, there was never really a good reason to really use it, because by the time you got to Hell in the original version of Diablo 2 Reimagined, you were so powerful that you didn't need to really worry about resistances. Because if they can't hit you, right, because they're dead, they're already dead, then why do you have to worry about resistances? But with everything going up in this new version, I really think you guys should take a look at this, kind of mark it down, remember this, because you might really need this, especially when you are first getting into Hell. Obviously, I don't necessarily think that this one will be an end game item per se, at least not while you're trying to fight Ubers and stuff, although I could see why someone might consider at least putting this on while they were fighting an Uber. But I do think as a utility rune word to actually get you through Nightmare and Hell, it's definitely something to consider. Most people, by the time they're 55, are already in Hell, if not in about the second or third act of Hell. So maybe not for Nightmare as much, but definitely, especially now, just remember this one, because you might end up needing to use this. Great utility rune word. Good times were had by all. Next one. Up next, we have a hammer, and this rune word is going to be known as Innocent. For this, you are going to need a Vex rune. You will need a Lem rune and an Ist rune. Let's go ahead and put those in. We get our Vex, our Lem, and our Ist, and now we have Innocence. So this is going to give you +2 to all skills. It's also going to give you enhanced damage. It's going to give you, this is based on character level. I'm level 99. That's why it's 198 to maximum damage. Like I just said, just be aware of that before you make it. If you're not making it at level 99, it's going to give you 7% mana stolen per hit, +15 to all attributes, increased maximum life by 25%. That is a freaking massive boost to your HP no matter what point of the game you're playing in, man. I don't know why you would not enjoy that. I guess we could try it on my sorceress and see what happens. No, because yeah, see, this one increases max life by 25% as well, my daylight over here. But okay, like this, I'll just show you an example though of like how big of a difference 25% to maximum life can really be. So my life right now, let me make sure you can see it. Yep, you can. All right, so my life right now is 856. Once I put on daylight, that's going to give me 25% more maximum life. I am now at 1024. So yes, that is a huge boost, and you definitely could be using items like this to help get you through 2.0 now that the difficulty is so much harder. Also, this is going to give you -3% to experience gained. I don't really care about that, and I don't really think anybody else cares about that really either. Now you're also going to be getting 75% extra gold find from monsters. You're going to get 30% chance of getting magic items, pairs durability, and ignore the damage to undead because that was already on this mallet before I made this rune word. So I think you might be starting to see the trend that most of these are following. I'm trying to give you guys some rune words right now that are going to help you once that difficulty spike is put into place for Diablo 2.0. You might be wondering, well, then what the hell was up with the flame rune word? I'm a sorcerer's guy, so of course I'm going to put something in there for sorcerer's players because that's just what I do. So let's go ahead and move on to the final rune word of the day. This one is called Prowess in Battle. To make this, you're going to need a jaw rune. You will also need an ist rune and a foul rune. So let's go ahead and pop those in. And this does have to be a barbarian only item. Also, I'm going to try to remember that we have Iron Skin and Polearm Mastery already on this, and also increase maximum life already on this, so I don't screw up and say that that was part of the rune word like I've done in other videos. So yeah, we got our jaw in there. Going to put an ist in there. And now we got our foul rune in there. And here we go. Prowess in Battle. It's going to give you level 6 Fanaticism aura when equipped, +3 to barbarian skill levels, 40% faster hit recovery, 100% enhanced damage, 50% bonus to attack rating. So we already talked about Iron Skin. We already talked about Polearm Mastery. Now this is based on character level, but you also are going to get defense for this. You're going to get +10 to strength and 25% better chance of getting magic items. So obviously this isn't the best in the world. You can put this on at 65, level 65. But 3 to barbarian skill levels alone is good enough for me to actually use this, especially as a barbarian. In my mind, everything else there, aside from maybe the level 6 Fanaticism aura, which is also a huge boost to you, is kind of like the icing on the cake, right? Now, 40% faster hit recovery is also great for barbarian. So everything you want as a barb, you're getting on this. But I do recommend that if you are going to make this and actually use this a lot, not just make it and have it for a little while, then go out there and try to find a helm that is going to give you plus to skills for other things that you are already using. I'm sure everyone knows this. This is kind of a common Diablo 2 tactic, but just for example, now I have +4 to Iron Skin and I have +5 to Polearm Mastery because I put those two on there. Now this was not the best item that I could have used as an example, but I think you get the example, and I think you understand why. If you're going to be playing as a barbarian, especially, again, hate to say it again, man, but 2.0 is going to be way harder. Everybody needs to understand this. You're going to need better items, and you're going to need to strategize just a little bit more, and hopefully I can help you guys do that a little bit. But then again, what the hell do I know? You know, I just make fucking videos on YouTube, you know. So anyways, I think that's all for today. That is good enough, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hopefully tomorrow I can actually talk about something other than these rune words, because I'm definitely trying to make more of those news videos, because I was actually really enjoying being able to just bitch about how much I can't stand Blizzard sometimes, but I guess it don't really matter. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here. I will see you guys next time on the next video. And also, hope you are excited for Diablo Reimagined 2.0, and I will see everybody then. So, like, the hell do I know? I can't even beat the game. I've never beat the game. I've never played this game. So today I have 4 words to go ahead. Fuck. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today. Fuck my life. Really? Oh my god.